Hey guys, MCU Collector here with video number 3 in the Hasbro Marvel Legends series Black Widow Wave Crimson Dynamo Build-A-Figure, and here we have Yelena Belova. Now this figure is kind of a weird one because when it was first shown off, the promo images of the figure looked absolutely terrible. The head sculpt. There's some problems with the figure too. It's very thin, and I think that's going to be an issue, but that's kind of what we're looking at as far as the head sculpt is. Did it come out looking better? So far from what I see in the package, it's much better than those promo images, but we'll take a closer look and see what you guys think. She comes with the torso piece to the Build-A-Figure for Crimson Dynamo and has those large shoulder pieces, so that really fills up the package. I think this one would be an easy pass for people, but you got to get that damn torso. Seems like the figure that people are going to want the least, or one of the least, ends up usually getting kind of the torso. That's usually how it works, but we'll see how Taskmaster does at retail. Here's a look at the side image of the artwork. Because she doesn't have any red, they can't highlight the red, so they do highlight the green vest and her blonde hair. So that is still really cool and still looks really good. On the back of the package, we have a look at the Crimson Dynamo Build-A-Figure with all the figures in the wave, and we are on Yelena Belova, moving right along. Here's a promo image of Yelena Belova, same as that we see actually on the side of the package. The bio reads, Yelena Belova, a product of the Red Room's ruthless training program. Yelena Belova is a Fury assassin. So, interesting. There she is. Black Widow logo, Black Widow movie logo, Crimson Dynamo Build-A-Figure. Let's open it up. Okay, and here's the Yelena Belova figure out of the package, and I must say, there's a lot of disappointing things about it. I guess there's some good. Just all around, just not, as an MCU collector, as an MCU fan of all the MCU figures, this one's actually a big letdown for me, and we'll get into it here pretty soon. But we'll look at the Build-A-Figure piece real quick. Here it looks awesome, very bulky. We got these huge shoulder pads that are going to go onto there, and then we have this back clip piece because that would be too large in the package. So you had to do it as a separate piece. So we'll throw all those pieces in the corner over here, and we'll look at that Build-A-Figure later on. As far as the accessories, Yelena Belova comes with two sets of hands. She has the fists and then the trigger finger hands for her weapons. As you can see there, these are the same exact hands from Black Widow. And then you can see she has the weapon there, and it holsters on the side. She comes with two, but she can actually only have storage for one because this side is actually of knives, so she's can't hold the weapon there. So yeah, let's get in for a closer look, and you can see what it is I'm talking about that's I'm pretty disappointed in. Okay, so here's an up-close look at the Yelena Belova figure. The head sculpt is okay, just okay. Florence Pugh, I think is her name. The likeness is not there 100%. Now, it does look better than the promo images, but it's just not quite there for her. Now, when I see kind of a side profile, I definitely see the likeness a lot more, and I've said that, you know, over the last couple of years with these MCU figures, seeing the likeness from a side profile, but it's still not all that great. Will her hair really be like this in the movie for majority of the time? I don't really know. Based on the trailers, I think it's down a little bit. Yes, it's up. It just kind of has a messier look. Maybe that's what it is, but it just looks funny that we see her head right there. Like, shouldn't she have some hair there? It sits on the neck peg a little odd. So it's just all around not that great in my opinion. Now the figure itself, torso, is very thin. So when we look at like the Infinity War Black Widow, she has that same vest. You could see it's similar. It's just how it fits. Now in the movie and based on the trailers, Yelena Belova's white suit fits a lot more loose fitting than Black Widow's tight fitting suit. And then this is actually a much smaller figure, so I think she should have been at least the same size to kind of really show and be that screen accurate. Same hands, same stingers. Everything else is actually new on this figure. She does not share the same pieces with this white deluxe Black Widow figure. This one, it looks to be different from the Black Widow figure itself. We may get... No, I think it's actually all different pieces. Maybe these upper legs, but that's it. So, we get new sculpt and some new things going on. So that's cool. Not a whole lot of paint, just the green and black there. Then these holsters and things like here, they have a gray strap. The black holster here with the knives. Funny on mine that this got twisted before it got put onto the leg. So it should not be twisted like that. It should be on there straight like this. So that's just one little defect that got on there. It doesn't look like this is glued on, so you could probably pop this leg off and fix that if you happen to get one with a problem like that. I doubt it. Might be, you know, a one-off with mine. We have the belt piece that's kind of floating on there, but the holster works. That is just a silver Black Widow logo. There's no color in it. Maybe a little bit of black, but really not a whole lot going on there. And here's a look at the back of the figure. It's just, this head sculpt is not good, and I just feel like the figure is too small, and she has flat feet, but I feel like this one's harder to stand than Black Widow's wedged feet. So it's just, it's kind of weird, but let's check out her articulation. Okay, so for articulation, you can get Florence Pugh, Yelena Belova to kind of look down. Not a whole lot. She can look... oh, that's why there's no standard hinge on that. That's really weird. I don't like that they did that dumbbell peg kind of thing. So that's funky. Why did they do that? That's Hasbro changing things up. They don't want to do head swaps with these guys, I'm guessing. So we'll see if this will work on the white deluxe Widow figure. So that really limits the articulation that you can get. Now, it seems like you could do a lot, but to getting her to look down or look straight up is difficult. That's the most that you're going to get. Obviously, full rotation, and you do get some good pivot in there, though. Shoulders go up this high, you get a full rotation, single jointed elbow, so there's a swivel at the elbow, and it is that deep cut elbow to give you much more than 90-degree bend. So I think that works out pretty well instead of double jointed elbows, in my opinion. You guys let me know what you guys think. Wrists swivel and they hinge. I keep forgetting to mention, but the trigger finger hands, the same with Black Widow, those have like the roll of the dice motion. No ab crunch. We get diaphragm joint, so she can pivot to the side that much, pivot to the side, the other side that much. She can kind of crunch down a little bit, really not a whole lot going on, back a little bit more, and it's actually pretty clean looking, not really distracting in any way. Legs go out that far apart, and you can see the belt just kind of moves on up so it doesn't hinder articulation. She can kick out only that far forward. Figure the leg really isn't going to go back a whole lot. You got the upper thigh cut there. You get a double jointed knee, which works well. No boot or calf swivel. Foot hinges all the way down. We get some hinge up, ankle pivot, and peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So there is her articulation. Now let's see how she looks next to Black Widow. Okay, here's Yelena Belova next to the Black Widow Deluxe figure. So what I'm going to try and do is see if this head goes on to this one. So we're going to pop Black Widow's head off, and it's on there very, very tight. Oh! So that's something that you just shouldn't try, because these damn head swaps, they keep having me break figures. So that just happened. So I'm not going to show you guys a head swap because I can't get that head off. It's funny, I did two takes of this. One where I pulled the head off and it knocked my light over. So be careful with these head swaps, guys, especially with this design on these new Black Widow figures, whereas this neck piece is a separate piece that's simply just glued on there. And it's not glued on there very nicely because it's just not strong enough to hold. So that's two Black Widow figures that I've broken trying to do head swaps for you guys. And unfortunately, that's what happened. So here she is next to the black and gray suit Black Widow, and they look really good together. They're about the same height. Build-wise, the torso just seems so much smaller. Here is Taskmaster. So we have the three figures from this wave that I've now reviewed, and then we'll see some other comparisons. Okay, here's Yelena Belova next to the Infinity War Black Widow figure that has the same green vest, and you can see that this one is a little bit more detailed. The greens are slightly different as well, but you could see that I guess it's the same vest. It's supposed to be the same vest from what we see in the trailers and everything, but the sculpt of these two do come out looking a little bit different, and partly because this is a separate piece versus something that's actually sculpted onto the figure. I would have much preferred that she do something like this instead of this, but it is what it is. That's what Hasbro gave us. Okay, and here is Yelena Belova next to the Marvel Legends Stan Lee figure. Again, no cameo in the movie, unfortunately. We haven't since Spider-Man Far From Home, but here they they are next to each other. You guys let me know down in the comments below what you think of this figure. Sorry I couldn't do some head swaps for you guys. You know, unfortunate accident. Things like that happen, no big deal. But you guys let me know down in the comments below what you think of this figure. Are you picking it up, or are you going to be passing on it? Even as an MCU collector, it would be a pass if I wasn't a completist and absolutely had to have every MCU figure. It would be a pass if I was just, you know, picking and choosing. It would be a pass. Let's be honest here. But you guys let me know down in the comments below what you think. If you liked the video, please hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as always, thank you for watching.